Hi everyone, welcome back to KG Graves. We're at Fairfield Memorial Park in Stamford, Connecticut, USA, and we're here to visit the grave of Bernard Edwards, who was the original bass guitarist with the group Chic, who had the hit with Le Freak. More information about Bernard coming up shortly. I hope you enjoy the video.
Woo! Now, this is my partner. He's not only my partner in music, but he's my partner in life. If it wasn't for him, I would not be here in Tokyo tonight. On funky bass, Bernard Edwards.
Bernard Edwards was born on the 31st of October 1952 in Greenville, North Carolina. He was an American bass guitar player and record producer. He grew up in Brooklyn, New York City, where he met Nile Rodgers in the early 1970s. At the time, he was working at a post office with the mother of Rodgers' girlfriend. One night, they played together at a club in the Bronx, and on the train home afterwards, they realised they had a mutual connection. The two formed the Big Apple Band, active from 1972 to 1976, and they united with ex-LaBelle drummer Tony Thompson to eventually form Chic, together with singer Norma Jean Wright. With Chic, active from 1976 to 1983, Bernard created era-defining hits such as Dance, 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 Everybody Dance, Le Freak, I Want Your Love and Good Times. He also worked with Nile Rodgers to produce and write for other artists, using Chic to perform everything musically and vocally except lead vocals. Those productions include Sister Sledge with We Are Family, Sheila and B Devotion with Spacer, Diana Ross, Upside Down, and many others. In the song We Are Family, Kathy Sledge gives Bernard a brief shout out singing, "Yeah, come on Bernard, play your funky bass boy." As a lone songwriter-producer, he gave Diana Ross her top 15 hit in the US, Telephone, from her 1985 platinum album, Swept Away, released on RCA and her international label Capital EMI. Bernard released a solo album, Glad to Be Here, in 1983, and in 1985 he was instrumental in the formation of the supergroup The Power Station. The band's first album was produced by Bernard and featured Chic drummer Tony Thompson, Duran Duran members John and Andy Taylor, as well as singer Robert Palmer. Bernard followed this by producing Robert Palmer's hit album Riptide. He continued to produce artists throughout the 1980s and 90s, including Diana Ross, Adamant, Rod Stewart, Jody Watley, Air Supply, ABC and Duran Duran. He also collaborated with more artists including Debbie Harry, David Bowie, Paul Simon, Madonna, Mick Jagger, Joe Cocker and Kathy Dennis. Bernard was the father of multi-platinum record producer Bernard Focus Edwards Jr., who has produced songs for Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, Busta Rhymes, Bishop Lamont, Tony Yayo and more. Bernard teamed up with Nile Rodgers again for the Chic reunion in the early 1990s and released the album Chicism in 1992. In 1996, Bernard and Nile Rodgers were in Japan participating in JT Super Producers 96, a concert series sponsored by Japan Tobacco. Just before the concert at the Budokan Arena in Tokyo, he fell ill, but despite Rodgers' insistence, refused to cancel the gig. He managed to perform but had to be helped at times. At one point he blacked out for a few seconds before resuming his playing. Rodgers assumed the absence of bass was a deliberate improvisation and did not learn the truth until after the show. After the concert, Niall went to check on Bernard and asked how he was doing, to which he replied, "I'm fine, I just need to rest." This was the last time Niall spoke to Bernard. He retired to his hotel room, where he was later found dead by Niall. The medical examiner determined the cause of death was pneumonia. Bernard's final performance was issued in 1996 as the album Live at Budokan. His bass line from the Chic hit Good Times has become one of the most copied pieces of music in history and had a huge influence on musicians of many genres when released, and was the inspiration for Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. Good Times was credited on Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight in 1979. The vinyl label reads, based on the music from the song Good Times, N. Rodgers, B. Edwards. The first rap song to become a mainstream hit. The following decade saw it sampled by artists of diverse genres, from rap to punk and techno to pop. Duran Duran bassist John Taylor often played the song in homage during his solo performances and cited Bernard as his primary influence. He was nominated for 4 Grammy Awards for his work with Chic, Sister Sledge, Diana Ross and Robert Palmer. On the 19th of September 2005, he was honoured posthumously for his outstanding achievement as a producer when he was inducted into the Dance Music Hall of Fame at the ceremony held in New York. Bernard died on the 18th of April 1996 at the age of 43. He left his wife Alexis and his 6 children, Bernard Jr., Portia, Michael, Mark, David and Leah. In 2017, he was selected as the 53rd greatest bassist of all time by Bass Player magazine, but in my opinion, he was one of the best in the world. I find it very sad that Bernard died at such a young age. He was such a great talent. Let's see where his grave is located. So there you have it, the grave of Bernard Edwards, bass player with Chic. As usual, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one.